The Detroit Lions make 2 more cuts ahead of the deadline, and Mason Rudolph is linked to the Detroit Lions. Hello, everyone. My name is Derek, and welcome to Detroit Lions Syndicate. If this is your first time here, we talk all things about the Detroit Lions. So consider subscribing, hit that notification bell if you want these videos to appear in your notification feed. Today is quite the day around the NFL, but more specifically for the Detroit Lions. Episode 2 of Hard Knocks will air tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And every team around the NFL has to cut from 90 to 85 men on their roster. And the Detroit Lions cut 3 yesterday, and they added 2 more to the list today. The Detroit Lions cut safety Brady Breeze and wide receiver Josh Johnson. Anybody who has the name Josh Johnson gives me really bad memories of the quarterback that we had a couple of years ago, Josh Johnson, the journeyman. So every time I hear Josh Johnson, I think of him. Brady Breeze, that's the guy I couldn't remember who he was. I was like, who is this guy? He showed up. He actually played 4 games for the Detroit Lions last year. Our secondary was so depleted, we had to bring in Brady Breeze. So we did meet our required 5-man cut before 4 p.m., and now the Lions are going to focus on the next 5 that I believe have to be cut by next Tuesday at 4 p.m., and then we'll head into the last preseason game, and then that cut is going to have to come down from 80 to 53. So I wish those 5 gentlemen, the best in their future endeavors. And now for the meat and potatoes of this video. I saw this yesterday, and I did not believe it, but Mason Rudolph has been linked to the Detroit Lions. Shout out to the guys that were telling me yesterday. I hadn't seen it, and I thought it was a preposterous rumor, and it still could be, but it's floating around the web that quarterback Mason Rudolph is linked to the Detroit Lions. Mason Rudolph's probably biggest moment came with the Myles Garrett incident a few years ago, and he is currently a Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback. Now, the Steelers went and signed Mitchell Trubisky in free agency, and they drafted Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett was the first quarterback off the board. They wind up taking Chris Olajuwon, I believe, later as well. And where does that leave Mason Rudolph? One former NFL general manager says that the Detroit Lions could trade for Mason Rudolph by the end of the week. This comes from Twitter. Andrew Filipponi, a former NFL GM, told me he thinks Mason Rudolph could be traded to the Lions by the end of the week. Now, I'm not sure who this guy is, but he does have a check mark, and he has 60,000 followers. I have no idea who he is, but a lot of NFL outlets, a lot of media outlets are picking up on this potential story. And for me, I would have to say a giant no to that trade. I do not want to be anywhere near Mason Rudolph. See, here's my thing. And I know a lot of you guys might not like what I'm about to say, but I'm going to say it anyway because you have to be told the truth. And I'm going to tell you how I feel. I believe the Lions are going to go 9-8. That's not a manufactured thing for the sake of this channel. But when it comes to Mason Rudolph, the Detroit Lions had many an opportunity to draft a quarterback, and they did not. So giving up draft capital for Mason Rudolph when we have David Blau, that is, to me, is a dumb move. We still have safety and linebacker that we desperately need, particularly linebacker. Why would we trade for Mason Rudolph? He's going to come in here, and he's going to have to get familiar with the system in a heartbeat. When we have David Blau, who's been part of this organization now for 3 years, we might as well put him in. As fans and fanalists, what I like to call myself a fanalist, I don't get inside track to the team. I don't have an inside track. I don't get to see what they're doing behind the scenes. What I do know is that they refused to put in David Blau at quarterback last year. They insisted on Tim Boyle week after week after week. And not only that, in free agency, we didn't sign a quarterback, okay? We didn't trade for Baker Mayfield, who I would have taken over Mason Rudolph. We didn't do any of that stuff. We didn't trade for any other quarterback. We didn't pick up one in free agency, and we did not draft a single quarterback, not even a 7th-round pick. Skylar Thompson was still available in the 7th round. Why would we go and trade for Mason Rudolph? So I'm going to feel some type of way about that. Now, is Mason Rudolph better than David Blau or Tim Boyle? I'm going to say not really. If you remember the Pittsburgh-Detroit game in which there was a tie, I honestly believe that the game would have gone 2 different ways had Jared Goff been healthy and if Big Ben was able to play. Okay, it could have gone a number. I don't think a tie would have happened. Mason Rudolph, I do not want Mason Rudolph on this team. I would rather just stick with David Blau, give that man a chance. He finds a way to make this team. You keep him around. Why would you trade for Mason Rudolph? So I don't know the validity of this rumor. Who is this guy? You could say that the Lions hired me to work for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how much credibility these rumors have. With the age of the internet, you can say whatever you want to, and it's out there. But for me, personally, I do not want Mason Rudolph. The Lions had their opportunity to draft a quarterback, free agency before that, to trade for somebody else. We could have traded for Baker Mayfield. I mean, look, give me Cam Newton over Mason Rudolph. And I know y'all going to come at me in the comments, but it doesn't matter. That's my opinion, and you're entitled to have yours. But at this point, we might as well give David Blau a chance. If we give up draft capital for Mason Rudolph and we don't have any linebackers and we have trouble at safety, trouble at corner, whatever the situation, we have holes on our team that need to be plugged. You had the opportunity, and I'm going to keep reiterating that. You had the opportunity to get a quarterback. Malik Willis was still on the board in the 3rd round. Every team passed on this man twice, and we were one of the teams to pass on him 3 times. So now we're just going to throw away David Blau and bring in Mason Rudolph, who is not a better quarterback than David Blau, in my honest opinion. So that's just me. I don't want anything to do with Mason Rudolph. All right, we had our opportunity. Now we got to wait for somebody to get cut, or we got to roll with the guys that we have. The question that I have is, when are we going to give David Blau a chance? We saw what he can do in the preseason game. Now, you wouldn't call him a running QB, but he's a mobile quarterback. For me, stick with the guys that we have. If you're going to fill any holes, get that linebacker core solidified, because as you can see, we're going to be in deep trouble come the NFL season. We got a couple of mobile quarterbacks that we have to account for. And I don't even think a QB spy is going to be able to keep up with the likes of some of these like Jalen Hurts and stuff like that. So that's my opinion. Leave yours down in the comments below. Don't forget that Hard Knocks airs tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You still got time to get your HBO Max subscription. Going to try to have a reaction video out by midnight tonight. This video was released a little earlier than the 5 o'clock time slot because Hard Knocks is going to be tonight, so you guys are going to get a second video. Look for that to be out at about midnight. Hopefully I can get it out in a timely fashion and give you my thoughts on Hard Knocks. My name is Derek. This is Detroit Lions Syndicate. We are on our way to 4,700 subscribers with the ultimate goal of getting to 5K before the season starts. So if this is not your first time here, you be kind of putting it off, like wondering if you should subscribe to me, consider doing so, because that would help me tremendously. I really try to get you your content in a precise fashion. No need to run off at the mouth and just keep repeating myself over and over and over, because there are people on YouTube that do that. As a matter of fact, put B for bull in the comment section. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself. Preseason football is here, and the NFL season is right around the corner. And as always, go Lions.